All right. Good evening once again. I'm sure we had a great trading week, and this is Study with Mr. Sean. I think this is second edition I'm doing, right? Oh yeah, second edition in May. So to get straight to the chart, I want to check. I want to use the same thought process over time. My thought process over time has been the same thing, and which is what I'll just do a recap and show us what really happened over time. Maybe just show us a little in the chat. Um, then I'll give the special announcement I want to give today. All right, so from the thought process, we can see from the thought process what I take. Let me minimize this. For my thought process, or what I do every day, thought process, I need to understand that basically trade key levels, but the logic behind the key levels we trade is just different, according to just with respect with time and price in correlation with the candle formation. So what I mean is that from the for those that attend the what do you call it? Yes, the boot camp. I think I shared more light, and those that in masterclass already are doing well, and they have already access to it. So, but what I shared on the boot camp, the light I shared on the boot camp was, like how we align structure with time and price, liquidity and everything in the account with with the same thing with our PRK levels. So I told us that there are two things try to look out in the market. I look out for a breakout or liquidity concept. That liquidity some concept in form of price taking out internal liquidity, going to external, or price taking out a buy side liquidity, or price taking out a session liquidity. So, or I'm expecting a breakout. Those two things is what I'm expecting price to do. And how do I use it on in the market? I told you that I basically pay attention to what the thought can do for every day. Every day, any pair I want to trade, I basically pay attention in a day. I basically pay attention to what the thoughts can do. And what do I explain? In the 4 hours time frame, as an intraday trader, if the 4 hours time frame, you can see we have 6 4 hours candle that makes up 24 hours. And we can see that, sorry, okay, we have 4 hours that make out a 24 hours candle. So what I mean is that I pay attention to what happened after. Let me make a illustration. Let me so that you guys can just get the logic behind it. So I pay attention to what happened after the third candle for the day. It gives me an indicator of what price is going to do, or what price is going to do, or what price is going to do. Maybe a continuation trade or a change of structure at that moment. So, and it's always clear because at that point in time, price always gives an entry going to New York. So let's say, oh, this is seven, sorry. So this is the 6 candles for the day. So I pay attention to what happened. That's why you see me draw a line. I pay attention to what happened after this candle is being closed. That was just the logic behind it. And after this thing, I expected something to happen, a breakout or what, a liquidity concept. That's been a part of liquidity to be taken for price to give us a continuation or a change of structure depending on what price is doing at the moment. So you can see this is what this is basically what I pay attention to. You can see these two first candles, what Asia, as the normally these two countries, New York and this one, a bit London, then New York. So I pay attention to what happened. This third candle is what the beginning of London stroke entry in New York session. So I don't have business with what happened in the Asia session. So I don't trade Asia. I don't have business with it. So I trade the So when the third candle closes, I pay attention to what happened there. So let me give you an example. Let's just go to the strategy chart so you understand the logic behind it. It's not just by words, it happens every day, and it's something you pay attention to. Uh, so let's just review what happened today. You can see this is gold. Gold third candle starts from what? I used to see plus one. You can see it's plus one Lagos. Gold third candle starts from what? Let me on my Asia indicator so you can see what I mean. Gold candle, see, so we have the two Asia, then we have the third candle here. So see that gold third candle start from 7 a.m. to 10:30, 11. So what the concept, what is the logic behind it? I do have business what happened from 7 o'clock to 11. I have business what happened after 11. It's just a simple model. I have business what happened after 11. And what must occur? Maybe a breakout or a concept of liquidity price is coming to continue the trend or against the trend and look for your POI. Your POI is basically S and R. I trade basically key levels, that's my POI. So I basically look for the next key level price is going to continue the trend or price is going to move from to that direction. Please mute your mic and off your video if you're joining in. So you can see from the top candle here, you can see that this top candle from structure, you can see that price has been buying from the trade shares that we are bullish. Price even take out this level. This was a key level that was supposed to use for sales, got tested, got validated to the downside also. This was inducement, counter inducement to that level. But what do you see price to price the broke above it? Tell you that there's a logic about a buy scenario. So the third candle even closed bullish. So what do you expect price to do? You expect price, if prices continue the trend, you expect price to give you a breakout to the upside or a concept of liquidity for us to continue the trend. But if pattern retrace, the same thing will occur. So let's see what happens. So I use two time frames, the 4 hours and 30 minutes, no other time frame. This works. These are the two time frames I basically use. 4 hours, 30 minutes. My 4 hours is where I mark out my candle, 30 minutes is where I look for entry and exit, 1 to 3 amounts. So you can see from the 30-minute time frame, what can you see? Okay, so by 11 o'clock, I say on gold 7 to 11. I don't have business what happened to then. But by 11:30, you can see after 11 o'clock candle close, 11:30, nothing clear, nothing clear. But what happened by 12 o'clock? This is when this is when the logic now plays in. We had what by 12 o'clock, 12:30, price took out this liquidity of this low, and what we had a break to the upside. And this broke to the upside, broke out all these levels. These are levels that of reactions. A-shaped key level, A-shaped key level. But many price broke out this level. Where do you think price is going to continue the buy scenario? When you see price, this was a breakout that price concluded. Price broke out this level. But since there was the one thing I tell my students or people in the national code that when you see a positive breakout, price broke out a level at the left side also. Price will don't come back to the breakout level. This was a confirmation, but price is going to come back to a level close by that sponsor a movement. That's why you see most of my entries are levels that sponsor a movement on the left hand side or the present candle. This was a level that sponsor. This was a shaped key level. Oh, sorry. You can see this was a A-shaped key level that got validated to the upside, to the downside. Also sponsored these sales that come to the down in this follow time frame. And now maybe we have the breakout to the upside with this a positive move, confirms that price has confirmed bullish already at this point. So what do you see price? The price came back and we had the buys for the day. We had buys on gold today. That's what you saw my charts when you guys came in. The buy today. I think one of my students, my student, one of the students in this, so some guys got it today. The same logic, and think the same logic I can see from the chart. So let us check other charts. Let me see if let us do a recap what happened today. Let's check GBP. You can see the third candle of GBP. Sorry, if my chart is rough, it's just basically how I study. So okay, you can see from the 4 hours time frame what happened today. Oh, nice. From what I can see from the top count itself, it shows that You see that from GPPAZ, these two candles was bullish upside, the third candle also showed bullish level. So let's see what will be the entry for today. The third candle showed bullish. Was there a continuation to the upside? So by 2 p.m., so this one starts from 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. So, and that is where New York starts. So by 2 p.m., what can you see? You can see a bearish candle not speaking anything. This was not speaking. This is not speaking anything yet. By 2:30, nothing happened. By 3 o'clock, nothing happened. And what do we have here? We had what price coming back to this point. And what do we see? Now, this is when you have to use your logic here, because at this point, since we had this level here, we expected price to react to price tested that level, and we had a impulsive force to the upside. Apparently, on this pair, I know there was no entry for me today. Oh, there's no entry for me today on this pair, because this is where I'll have made price to come back to enter, and that will be a mistrade for me on GU. There was no entry for me today. Price tested this point. I made this point breakout because on the line chart, that point is still fresh. So maybe next week we expect price to come back to the zones, come and test these points. But for today, I am sure there's no entry for me on GU. Let's check. Let me see on the chat. Is there a question? Please, is it 30? Is the what? Is the breakout? Is the breakout on 4 hours or in 30 minutes? It's in 30 minutes. That's what you expect price to do on the 30 minutes. Price to give you a breakout, uh, or a constant of liquidity to continue the trend or against the trend, depending on the structure of the market. Most of the time, most times the 4 hours is never clear, and you have to wait for 30 minutes to confirm, because 30 minutes and 4 hours almost align structure together. They work in hand in hand. Those two time frames are good. So you can see, from this candle here, NAS 100, you can see that we have a bearish candle, that shows, this candle is going to sell. But let's see what happened after 30 minutes, after 2 o'clock. Let's see. Because you can, now this is where logics come, this is where the liquidity concept comes in. Ah, there's a key level around this place. All right, I've seen it. So you can see that by we had the bearish and that looks bearish. But what do you see later on? By 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, you can see what price was pushing. 2 o'clock, our business will happen after. 2:30 push the upside. We have price. Okay, now so what happened now? This is where your entry comes in. We have price, and what do you see here? The recent breakout that occurred here. Price took out liquidity of this low, then you had a breakout to the upside, and this is where your entry should be. And that is what that already produced 1 to 3 already on this pair before the market retraced. Stop loss above this low. We already produced 1 to 3 before markets retraced. If I'm to go to the left, I'll see a level that price is rejected from here, but I don't want to go to the left hand side. But just from here, you can see that after the breakout occurred, you see price gave the entry. Even though it was a retracement leg, but still follow the proper structure is supposed to give. There's always a range entry around that time zone. So GJ, let's see what happened today on GJ, the same model. Okay, let's see what happened today on GJ. Oh, this chart is messy. Okay, let's see. There was an entry. You can see the third candle from structure here is the recent breakout was to downside. But let's see what happened after 30 minutes. Most of the time, the structure price can give you a structure, but when you go to 30 minutes and the structure can't be, that structure can really change from 30 minutes. It can be a retracement price is going to give, and you just pick your entry and just you're out. This is okay now, but you see, this is what 2 o'clock. This is 2:30. Now, see what happened there. I think now I need to explain something here. What happened is that we had this high taking. Yeah. So most of the people will say, oh, we want to sell around this point. But look at what happened. Maybe we had this high taking. Price didn't engulf to close below this level. What do you see price did? Price also what took out liquidity of this low. This is the recent liquidity and tap on this key level. So this high was still there. So you see that after this point, you see what price had to open close level and close with a body around that zone. So but though I won't pay attention to this one. But the next candle what engulf what it engulf these zones. What can you see? This is an upper close level that price got tested. That's where price was reacting to. It's a super close level that price got tested. It made price engulf to the downside. It got sponsored this says got violated. Again, price sponsored this says it was reacting to that point. Then you have an engulfing up that level. What does the price do? Immediately around that point, price also confirm the buy around the zones and where should be your entry. So immediately we had the breakout that sponsored this price. So this should have been an entry, but market will have closed already, or it have been a mistrade. For me, this was, yeah, market is already closed at this point. Market is going to close by around this one here. And it's also a mistrade already because this type of liquidity. And that will be a mystery because maybe this confirmed and we had a breakout. This was a recent level. And you see, there was a sponsor of sales, got tested, violated. This was where price supposed to use to continue the buy. She expect price to continue the buy to upside, but this already was a mystery today on GJ. So that was the sector for GJ. On on GBP AED, let me check from the 2 hours here, from 30 minutes here. Okay. You had a rejection of this one. Oh, we had a rejection here. Then we had an engulfing that broke out this level. We had this two engulfing. This is an entry. I will not say this entry. This entry is another kind of entry. And already it beat them 1 to 3 already. This entry is different. There's not look at this entry. Let me talk about it. Now you should look at the what I call structural breakouts. And it happens when two candles break out a level. Now you can see that after 2:30 engulf, the 3 o'clock engulf and what broke this structural point and also broke a level. This was a level that got tested, also sponsored by it closed with a body. Price, what is the price? The price created internally liquidity and what we had a set to that price came back to that zone. You don't expect price to come back to this point. No, price is going to use that same level because two bearish candle was forming that broke out a structural point and also closed with a body below what a level that sponsor a movement. So we should expect a drop to this downside here. This is the next key level. You should expect a reaction already. So that's why they say you have to from internal you see prices selling from this point. The price should drop all to this key level. We expect a retracement or a reaction from this point. But already you should have given, let's see, 2.6. Okay. So we should expect 1 to 3 from this the present price action. So it's already printing already. It started by integrated or triggered by 4:30, and it just stopped and kept moving. It's, um, same thing happened. Let's see what happened on your JPY. Is there a question? Any question along the line so that I can pick a question? Oh, it's a nice fall. Look like all these GGPs. All right, let's see the thought process. Still the same thing. Oh, the thought process is even different. We have liquidity. We had a breakout to this level. So immediately we had a breakout. And this is another concept of what I just explained on that pair. We had two immediately we had a breakout. The next candle was bullish again. the price will not come back to the breakout. Price is going to use a level. There's a level around the left hand side that price use. If you're going to reduce, let me reduce my screen. Maybe I will see get the level. Okay. All right. All right. Let me put. I think I can see something here. So let me zoom out. Zoom in. Is there any question? Uh, is there a question dropping on the charts? Drop it on the chart. We have a level here. We had a level here. So let's confirm what level price is price used. So let's confirm. So basically, this is what I do on this. These are my thought process every single day. I think I'll show you what happened on a BTC trade I picked this week, and same thing what happened on NAS I picked this week. The same thought process. Which is this? Which is over? Off your video and mute your mic. Simple instruction. Okay. All right. So these are the levels. And let's see what price is. So uh, this was the level, first level this week here. So if you take out, if you use this week, okay. So I'm going to show you what happened on BTC. It's expect more by price action to this side here, at least to this point. Yeah, more bias to this point here. So let me show you what happened on BTC. Is it BTC? Yeah. I think the first one was NAS. Let's check NAS. The buy that I would call, I think was hit. What day was that? Let me see. Okay, what is this buy? Okay, this is buy here. So now you see the thought process around there. So let me go to the forward. I think what day was it? Where is the what? Thought process is still the same thing. And this you can see on Wednesday on my candle formation here. This is where is the here. Okay, yeah. You can see. What can you see here? My third candle for the day, you can see from structure, you have a full engulfing. So it shows we are bullish. But around this point here, what is the price? Asia played along this zone, took a liquidity of this high. And the third candle came to here, took a liquidity of this zone. So this is the preset price action. Took a liquidity close above and also gives a break around this point. Already give me a clue that, oh, we should expect a buy. So, but where should we expect the buy or where should we continue to buy? Because already giving us a price scenario. So now from the 30 minutes that's past two, you can see by 2 o'clock, immediately open, what do we see? Price just tap on this open close. And I expect after this what happened after 2 o'clock. You can see by 2:30, we are an engulfing to the upside. The engulfing tested this same level. The next candle close bull. Look at it. It's the same candle close bullish. So the breakout confirmed. The 2:30 candle broke out, confirmed. But most of the guys were waiting for an entry here. But this is when another logic I tell my people comes in. That when you see two consecutive candle, price has broken out a level, and you see the next candle close with a body above a level that sponsor a movement. Don't expect price to come back to a breakout level. Just continue the trend from that level. You can see immediately price close to the body. What do you say, price? That this same level that got tested, sponsored this set was where price came tapped. And that was liquidity that price came to. So my eye was target was this eye. Yeah, because these are liquidities price we wanted to took before we had a sell from a massive sell from this zone. So price did already 1 to 3 for me, and we had a massive sell from this zone. So I did pattern short to the sell because my structure at that point was giving me a buy. You see, I really don't pay attention to like I pay attention to what my setup gives me. If it's a buy, the buy can be a retracement, doesn't mean, but it must be clear. It should give you and to be clear. And once it gives you, pick your entry and you're out. Then price can now move into the same direction, but you already following your logic and your model already before price takes you out. The risk ratio is just 1 to 3, 1 to 4 most of the time. If it's on a good trend, it can give you 1 to 5 already. This is already 1 to 5 if it is 1 to 4.7. But basically work with 1 to 3. I take out the or 1 to 3 most of the time. So that is the same model and same structure over time. The same model and same structure over time. Two things are evolved. Is either a breakout or what price takeout liquidity. That is it. So since there's no question, let me just make an announcement. We have 3 minutes to go. So hope you guys understand. Hope you guys understand my thought process. The same thing. The same thing, not different from what I said on the bootcamp. It's just the same thing. I think what I didn't say on the bootcamp was just I didn't explain this to the concept, uh, but I'm sure you guys had understand. Who is this person? You want to speak? Who's unmuting his mic? Okay. So the announcement I want to make is let me show you guys. Let me Here's this video. I made a post on this channel that um we're launching a new name of the community, and it's gonna be a new season for us to push. So we're trying to create a digital um platform whereby people can what? Sorry, a minute. Is it, Let me check the chat I'm seeing. Please, can you go over it again again at what time do you trade? What is the strategy? My strategy is just basically levels with time and price. And what I do basically, I call it the RBM model whereby price reject and you have a breakout. So what does it mean? Two things may occur. I trade the third candle. So depending on the time frame you put your timing on your system. I used to ETC plus one, Lagos, that's Nigeria time. So I basically pay attention to what? The third candle of every day. Third candle of every day in align with structure, or it can be a retracement. But what the price always give something around that time. It gives you a breakout or liquidity to be taken for price to consume. Because what price does in the market, price always wants to come and take out liquidity for what? Fill out any imbalance that means for the imbalance to be filled, the price has already broke out already. So it means that for price to take out liquidity and fill out imbalance, there will be an entry around that point in time. So what the price always come and do, take out liquidity if price wants to continue the trend, or just give you a breakout. If the impulsive move if the move will be impulsive, price will just be a breakout to continue the trend. But if the move will be little or a retracement price want to do, it just take out liquidity. And you have to have a strong concept of liquidity. You have to understand liquidity for you to understand because we have type of liquidity, we have form of liquidity. You don't use the type of liquidity when you are dealing with this kind of concept. You use the form of liquidity. That's where you use your counter formation of liquidity when using this concept. You don't use internal inducement. This is not fully inducement because inducement, inducement is what? The last low before what? And the last low, yes, the last low before your low, your main low, the price will come and take out. Your general liquidity is also the price, what price engineer to what take people out. So you don't use the type of liquidity when dealing with this. You use the form of liquidity. Basically, we have a type of liquidity, we have form of liquidity. So you use the form of liquidity, and that's a concept. You can also build a bias from that. So two things I expect price to do. Price give me a breakout or a concept of liquidity. And when this two happens, price moves to your direction. 1 to 3, you're out. The risk ratio apparently I look for is 1 to 3. And from database of over time, it gives me that. So so I wanted to give an announcement. Sorry, we have less than 3 minutes. So let me give this announcement. So I will stop sharing my screen. Hope you understand. What's his name? Samuel. Hope you get that. So let me stop my sharing my screen. And let me share this. Let me share this. Sorry. So so we we will be what? Okay. Let me share this. I'll decide if the video will be uploaded or not. Okay. Oh, you guys can see my screen. Wait, let me see if I'm sharing the right screen. VSC. Okay. So now you can see from my screen, you can see I'm going to play this. You can see this is, I'm going to give you guys an hint of the name of what is going to happen. So we are going to be a digital community website where we give out content and also where we build out traders, where we train traders in beginners and also to give them a system that actually work. Those that want to just make trading in a simple formation. So let's see. So let me just play this. So okay, right. Sorry. Can I put a see my screen? Why is not playing? Please, can you see my screen? All right. Okay. Hope you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen? If you can see it, please say something. All right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Daniel. Thank you. So let me play that again. So that's just a I'm just giving you guys an hint of what's happened. So we'll be this is the first time I'll be opening out a slot for group mentorship. So all information will be sent out to the channel and we for this video I think I'm going to upload on my YouTube personal YouTube channel. So I will work on that and see if I can upload it. But just you guys should stay tuned and have a great weekend. So all information will be posted on the channel. So just stay tuned and sure we expect more of this study more session. And let's see how we can build a strong community. Peace out. Have a great night. Stay tuned.